Okay, let's bring in Acting ICE Director Todd Lyons now. Todd, welcome to you, and thank you so much for being here. I want to play out President Trump yesterday in the CBS interview where he was pressed on these ICE raids. Listen.
Have some of these raids gone too far?
No, I think they haven't gone far enough because we've been held back by the judges, by the liberal judges that were put in by Biden and by Obama. You have to get the people out. You know, you have to look at the people. Many of them are murderers. Many of them are people that were thrown out of their countries because they were, criminals.
So what does not far enough mean? What more is the administration hoping for here?
Well, Sandra, I think the first thing that we're hoping for is that we're going to go out, we're going to be focusing on those criminal aliens, but we're going to work with those state and local partners that want to work with us, right? We've seen great results in Operation Midway Blitz, just, what Secretary Noem announced, that what we did with our partners in Indiana. And we're going to, state and locals that want to work with us, we're going to have a large scope now where we're going to go ahead and identify as many of these illegal aliens as we can, and we're going to take action on them. No one's off the table. We're going to use all the tools in the toolbox. We have great federal partners. Department of Justice has been outstanding with us, and we are going to team up with everyone that wants to work with us, and we're going to go out there and keep the president's promise to make sure that we have one of the largest deportation
You
efforts
have heard,
ever.
Obviously, the accusations from those critics, many on the far left, who are saying that the ICE agents are unnecessarily using violent tactics. President Trump was asked about that as well. He said they have to be used. Yeah, he said, because you have to get the people out. So how would you describe the tactics that this administration is willing to use to get those violent criminals off the streets?
Sandra, I think the big issue is the fact that this, for the first time ever, ICE has been allowed to do their law enforcement mission. And the problem is so many on the left, and there are so many people opposed to us, that a lot of the tactics that you are seeing are in self-defense. When you have elected officials with their rhetoric that's calling for the active pushback and resistance of federal law enforcement officers, that's why you're seeing more officers on the street and the actions that the men and women of ICE, Customs and Border Protection, Border Patrol, and our other federal partners have to take, is because now ICE agents are targeted. So before we go out and make those arrests, we're being swarmed by protesters, people that aren't even involved in a law enforcement action. And I think that's what you're seeing. And it's this rhetoric that's ramping up that is causing these events. And that's what's being highlighted by so many media outlets, is the aftermath of what happens after the arrest has taken place.
Secretary Noem joined us right here on this program on Thursday to your point about the rhetoric and the actions against these ICE agents and the threats that are mounting against them. She said this, listen.
Their words have consequences, and we're seeing that. An 8,000% increase in death threats against law enforcement. That's horrific. That shouldn't be happening in America. That shouldn't happen anywhere in the world. And I blame them. I place the blame squarely on their shoulders.
The they to which she's referring is Mayor Johnson, the mayor of the city of Chicago, the governor of Illinois, Pritzker. What is your message to them to tamp down this rhetoric?
Sandra, what I'd say to any elected official is you have to stop with this rhetoric that's putting a target on the men and women of ICE. The men and women of ICE are only out there doing the sworn law enforcement mission that they signed up to do. So what I'd say to any elected official that doesn't like immigration action right now is to work with us. Tone down the rhetoric, stop putting targets on ICE agents' backs, and go ahead and make your community safer. Work with us to take out these public safety threats. That's what the president has promised. That's what the secretary is doing by leading from the front and going out with the men and women of ICE and actually seeing what they deal with every day. That's what we want any elected official to do. Work with us to make your community safer.
Todd Lyons joining us live there from the White House. We appreciate your time today, sir. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Andrew. Good seeing you.
All right.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.